Hello, folks. Welcome to Science Rant, Episode 1. Today we're going to be talking about space, specifically stars. Stars are cool little things, aren't they? And what I want you guys to do, guys and gals, and transgendered pals, what I want you all to do is to go and into the comments and correct me on all the stuff that I'm wrong about. Because I do not know half of the stuff that any adult out there knows. I'm not saying that I do. And, I'd like to know more about this subject. So if you know something, tell me about it. So, stars, let's get this out of the way. Stars are not planets. For all you people with 2 brain cells, like, stars aren't planets. You see, I'm very big brain. I have a whole 3 brain cells. So anybody with 2 brain cells. So, yeah, stars are not planets. That's out of the way. So how do stars form? Well, if I remember correctly, there's a nebula filled with a bunch of cool little space gas. That's what we're going to be calling it. And this space gas, it, groups together. Alright? The space gas groups together until it gets dense enough, and then what I think happens is it just turns into a star. I don't know much about the process of a star being made. No, I know a little bit. Stars, once they're born, sometimes get planets, sometimes they don't, but we're not talking about planets today, we're talking about stars. And stars, like I said, are cool little beasts, and what happens with them is they're, I think, the only thing that can ever get 2 atoms to actually touch, because my fingers right now, they're not actually touching. They are not touching at all. I'm touching my toes together. They're not touching each other. It's like having a little force field around your hands, and I'll probably talk about that in a later episode of Science Rants. Now, it is the only thing that can get 2 atoms to touch. And that seems pretty cool to me. I mean, doing something that's never been done before. Did I just reference Jake Paul please don't copy strike me. I think I just accidentally gave him a shout out. So, folks, back to the subject of stars. They create solar flares which can be deadly to planets. So basically, if Earth were to actually get hit by a solar flare, we would probably be something like Mars or Venus, and as every topic about this, I will be talking about those 2 planets later on in another scientific rant. Now, the solar flare, you guys know the Northern Lights? Yeah, well, that's a solar flare, so that's pretty cool. Those, for all you small children out there, they're the little lights in the sky. So, and eventually, or at least with our sun, which is a star, it will slowly, this is only included for our sun, our sun will slowly just expand. And humanity is probably going to keep going to other planets, and it's just going to keep on expanding until probably 4 billion years later. It's going to shrink. It's just going to shrink, and we're going to have a white dwarf, and a white dwarf, they're pretty cool, and our only hope for humanity once we have a white dwarf is to harvest the energy from the white dwarf, and a white dwarf lasts a long time. And then eventually it just goes out. It's basically just a ball of rock. Like I said, I don't know much about the subject. I don't know much about stars, but I think it's really cool. So eventually it becomes a rock. And a lot of them, very many of them, I mean, I think what it does is it explodes. Sorry, I'm an idiot. When I say it turns into a giant rock, it explodes. It explodes, and it creates another nebula. And when it explodes, it's called a supernova. And it'll create a nebula to make another sun, which will probably, my guess, take millions of years, if not billions, to create another sun. And then there's going to be another sun. Repeat the same process. But there are black holes. And when a sun explodes, if it's big enough, it can turn into a black hole. And our sun will probably not do that. Because it is not big enough. And if it were to, we would probably have to leave when it turned into a white dwarf, because nothing can escape a black hole. Not even light. And light is unbelievably fast. It is the fastest thing in the universe, for what we know. And that's pretty cool. Like I said, not even light can escape a black hole. So if we left while it was a white dwarf, before it turned into a black hole, we'd be able to escape the black hole. And remember, this is going to happen in like 3 billion years. 3 billion, 4 billion years. So, yeah. That's all for today in Scientific Rants. I hope to see you guys all in the next one. I have a friend. His channel is TNT Vortex. Go subscribe to him if you feel like it. Hey, maybe subscribe to me if you feel like it. Doesn't matter that much. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Guys and gals and transgendered pals enjoyed. And I will see you in Scientific Rants episode 2. And it should be a lot of fun discussing scientific topics with you. And I might do gaming. I'm definitely going to do a few Discord videos. So yeah, I'll see you all in the next one. And let me just press the stop record button, because all I have to record is an iPad. So I will see you all in the next one. Goodbye, friends. Bye. Bye. That's a funny word. Bye. I like it. Alright, bye, for real this time.